Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. All of the top besides, finna turn up like a boss. No problem helping the lies. All of the filters be off. Check out a couple reactions. Go get you something to snack with. Back to Demetria the broadcast. Chopping it up on the podcast. Don't forget like and subscribe. You never know who's gon' slide. Leave a comment, baby. We've been on shit lately. Say whatever's on your mind. Can I have a good time? You already know how it go. Relax and enjoy the show. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers.
Yeah. What's good with y'all? We're back at it with another episode of Allegedly Demetria. We finna check out this man's preview Mohan. You know, he be having some interesting content, some very interesting content. We're gonna let him go ahead and show y'all some things. We're gonna get straight into it though. Make sure you like, comment, leave a subscription, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe. But yeah, we finna get straight into it.
Hey guys, today we're going into an extraordinary ancient temple called Thiruperundurai. And inside this temple, there are unbelievable
I think I said that right.
carvings that can rewrite history. When we enter this chamber, your eyes are naturally attracted to the deity inside the chamber. But look on top of the doorway. On the lintel, you see a number of patterns. What are they? What do they mean? Are they meaningless patterns carved just for decoration?
What y'all think those is? What you think those patterns are? Drop a comment.
No. Let's take a closer look at them. In chemistry classes, we learned about molecules made of different atoms. Are these molecules? Or are they simple flower designs? Don't they remind you of stars in the sky? Yes, these are 27 lunar stations called nakshatras. You can see these stations in the night sky. Lunar station, that's a fancy word, right? What is that? It's not a space station or something like that. Take the sky or the ecliptic and you can split that into 27 segments using
Peep game. Peep game. You can split that into 27 segments using groups of stars, making each segment
groups of stars as markers for each segment. Each segment is called a nakshatra or a star system. Why? To calculate time,
constellation, nakshatra, star system,
dates, seasons, everything can be done using these nakshatras. Today, most people think these are used solely for astrology. But think about how ancient people calculated time during the night. Did they not have any indicators of how to tell time during nighttime? No, you can tell time by following the positions of stars, groups of stars, etc. So these nakshatras were also used in astronomy. But are these carvings really showing lunar stations, or am I just guessing? You can see these inscriptions here. These are written in ancient Tamil language, and I can read them even today. Here it says,
Just take a second and admire the ingenuity that went into that. Then you look a little harder and you can see the writing up under it. This is why certain people do what they do and did what they did. You know, this is why they don't want you to be knowing or like friends with other cultures. Looking into other, you know what I'm saying? Because you might see how it relates to you, or it might not be anything different. No difference between you and their culture. You know what I'm saying? May all be one. But yeah,
Uttaram. Here it says Puram. It's called Purva in Sanskrit.
or at bare minimum, you can learn from each other. This some shit to know. Some shit to know. You know? You think? Y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all follow it? Drop it in the comments.
These are the names of the lunar stations or nakshatras clearly written under each rectangle. And inside each rectangle, we can see the shape and position of stars. So there's no doubt that these are, in fact, nakshatras. And this script also tells us something important. This is an ancient script that is somewhat different from today's script used in Tamil language. They've used a big circle to represent the sound. This is not how we write Tamil today. This confirms that these carvings were done during ancient times. But these carvings are not supposed to exist in this ancient temple. They should not be showing these details.
Why? Okay, so like that's true. That's a fact, right? Because of like what we were taught, what we know to be, you know. But at the same time, why shouldn't they be there? Why are people expecting these people to be more, be slower, be less advanced? You know what I'm saying? Because that's become the nature of things, the nature of individuals to feel as though that they're superior, to feel that they've been taught that they're superior, um, as if you're given the illusion that you are the end all be all know all, that you know more than, it takes away from your desire to learn, find out, and or want to know. You know what I'm saying? So then you locked out. You know, you don't get a chance to admire these types of things for what they truly are, you know, and get some type of insightful download information, wisdom from even just looking at it, like code, just seeing that shit and it triggers something in your DNA. People who know. If you know, you know.
Why am I saying this? Look at this rectangle. This is called Maga, and you can clearly see 4 stars making up the lunar station. This is called Regulus in today's astronomy, but the strange feature is that Regulus or Maga will appear to be a single star for the naked eye, and only when you use a telescope you realize that it's made of 4 stars, Regulus A, B, C, and D.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
You know.
Yet, these 4 stars and its positions are accurately carved under the name Maga. So, without using an advanced telescope, how could ancient builders carve these details? Here's another one. This text says Revati, which refers to Zeta Piscium in modern astronomy. This is a quintuple star system, meaning it's made of 5 stars. Quintuple means made of 5.
Just little stuff like that, it'd be easy to go over the heads of common individuals. If you can so easily do something as rename what was already named, what else ain't been down here being renamed? And then saying that, oh, it's been discovered, but it was already something in existence and had a name for it previous to that or prior to that, but it wasn't comfortable or suited to the way you like pronouncing things or saying things, or you get no credit for it. I don't know. What y'all think? Leave your comments in the comment section.
But again, all these 5 stars are not visible to the naked eye, and we need a telescope to see the 5 stars. But surprisingly, these 5 stars and their positions are carved accurately in this ancient temple. Mainstream experts tell us that the telescope was invented only about 400 years ago in Europe, and only in the last few centuries the telescopes came to India. So, how can we see this kind of advanced information in this ancient temple? Are these carvings new, carved in the last 100 years?
So it's this documentary, right? And long story short, I'm doing something, and across my vision, a flash of like gold, like a gold stream across my vision, and it caught my attention. And I look to the left. I look at the TV, and the same like color and like streams was on the TV. So I'm like, what? So it made me watch. Like it made me like watch what was going on the TV. I wasn't watching what was on the TV at prior to that. I was in a different room doing some other shit. I walked into Shorty ass living room, and then Shorty was watching some shit. This bitch was watching some shit, and then I look at the TV because I walk in the room. I'm finna say something. I was smoking. I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying? I walk in the room. I was finna say something, and then I see shh. Fuck. Turn. I look, and then it's the same shit that I see in front of me on the TV. I'm like, okay, not necessarily the same shit, but like it was a streak went across my vision, but it was the same color of what was on TV. So I started watching and paying attention. Long story short, this dude, long ass time ago, he was from UK, and he goes to India and he sees this shit, this type of shit, and he's baffled at what the fuck he's seeing. And so he started like drawing it out, and then like he's spending too much time over that. So like they send some people to come, like, what the fuck taking you so long? He tried to go back with some of the drawings that he had. And them shits got destroyed, folks. He was only able to leave with a couple of that mysteriously got destroyed. What? So then he come back. And they're like, no, get all that shit, get all that shit. So he's spending years down that paint, years down that paint. Boy, the nigga died there. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? So long story short, niggas been knew about shit. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna tell you. You gotta look at it and find it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's unbelievable the shit you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? Don't have it have anything to do with you. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be unbelievable.
The
But what y'all think? What's your opinion? Leave it in the comment section below.
script seems to defy this idea. It must be older, and I could not find any direct evidence that this was carved recently. But in 2014,
It was this. Sorry, baby. My bad, Privy. My bad, folks. I'm gonna get back to what you're saying. We're gonna get back to what you're saying, folks. It was I'm not, you gotta know. It's this location over there, folks, and it's like almost like a reservoir or a lake or some shit like that, and it's man made, but it's not a natural formation. Let's say that, and the legend goes that it was made by a deity, folks, and every year on the solstice, folks. Oh no, on the yeah, yeah. It's one of the solstices or the eclipse. Or it's like an eclipse that's by a solstice. One of them two. It's linked. I think it's an eclipse, but it might be the solstice that's by an eclipse, right? So anyway, every year, once a year, that motherfucker pop up. Ooh, everybody be damn. Should be busting out here, yeah. What y'all think? I think that's real. Leave a comment in the comment section.
Archaeologists found inscriptions in the temple, and these inscriptions confirm that this temple was built between 862 and 879 AD. These inscriptions also tell us the name of the builder, as well as the king who ruled this region at that time. This means that this temple was built more than 1,100 years ago. According to historians, the most recent
If I'm not mistaken, that may not be the lake right there, but that's how it's shaped and that's how it looked. And it's a village that's around it. And like it's known as healing water. And like everybody be making a pilgrimage over there. That shit real, G. It's real. Every year people make their pilgrimage out there. And they go in the water and they bathe in the water and be healed of ailments, right? Sickness, all type of wild shit. Like anything any type of ailment, they be going over there for it and they get healed when they get in the water. And then once a year, this year did come and purify the water again because it need to be purified because everybody been dipping in it. Boy, this shit crazy. What y'all think though? I think that's real. I think that's cap. Yeah, I don't believe that shit. You need to see it for yourself to believe that shit type shit. What if you seen it? What would you do if you seen it? You wouldn't even go. Oh,
expansion or reconstruction happened in the 16th century. So
some of y'all will go though, right? I know y'all go, right? Not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying. You ain't close minded, right? You believe some shit, or maybe you don't. What you think?
this means the carvings we see are at least 500 years old, but the telescope was only invented 100 years later. And the telescope did not even come to India for another 100 years. So, how do we?
Who wrote the information? The timeline that he going by, who created that timeline? Because if a British person created the timeline, I just told you what happened. Of course they're gonna be like, if a UK nigga, of course they're gonna be like, okay, we came out with this first, and then put them 100 years behind, so it seemed like we ain't even get that shit from them. Confirmation for the dig in the back, but you know what I'm saying.
See these details that can only be observed using telescopes. Remember, I'm being very conservative in my estimate. I'm not taking the oldest construction date, which is 1100 years ago. I'm taking the most recent known date of expansion and reconstruction, and even that is 100 years older than the mainstream timeline of the invention of telescope. So, how did ancient builders carve these star systems accurately? But we have ancient carvings of the telescope in Hindu temples. I've shown you two carvings in two different temples. Both of them show a
And this is allegedly what dude was over there, the type of things he was seeing when he seen these temples. And he was like flabbergasted.
Cylindrical device placed on one eye with the other end pointing to the sky. These are clearly telescope like devices. Archaeologists accept that both these carvings are about 900 years old. This explains how they observed and documented all these star systems and lunar stations perfectly. But right
As well as if you have biolocatable individuals, uh, individuals with access to astral travel. These aren't things that are not known to be true and factual. Remote viewing, remote local. If you have people who doing that, boy, you don't need none of that shit to see that shit. Boy, you up there. You can go. Boy, hold on, let me go see. You can go see one time, come back with the knowledge, like, oh yeah, no, ooh, they over there, it's over there, it's 5 or 6 of that shit. Like, you see this shit, map it all out. What you think though? You think that track or no? Leave your comment. Drop how you feel in the comment.
right next to these star systems, you can see these strange gods. Who are they? Is it possible that they have the answers to our questions? How did ancient builders understand the stars so much? Did they use advanced technology like telescopes to study the sky?
So like you can use like common intellect, common sense to like kind of figure out what's going on there. There's 4 of them. What's the energy of 4? Like probably has something to do with the elements or you know what I'm saying, regions. You know what I'm saying? Because a circle is totality or all the knowledge, right? You break that off into easily, you can break that off into 4. You know what I'm saying? But if we're dealing with the number or symbology of 4, you know what I'm saying? Then like what breaks off into 4 is like your elements and stuff like that. So maybe it's like this particular deity of being is over this element, and that element is over this quadrant or region of stars. You know what I'm saying? Or this element of knowledge or wisdom of knowledge of this region. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really break it down on an intellectual level if you're trying to take it there. But you gotta be like wanting to take it there. You can't just be like, okay, looks good. You know what I'm saying? These things were made for deeper reason. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just for visual appealment or appeasing your your uh your eyes, your senses. You know, it touches you on multiple levels. What y'all think? Y'all think so? Y'all think that's capable? Y'all think that's possible? That's a possibility? You know?
If not, how could they carve these nakshatras or lunar stations accurately with the exact number of stars? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
But yeah, you know, yeah though. Y'all go ahead and drop my man's a like, comment, follow, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think though? Pretty interesting information. A lot to take in there. Um, it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And in my opinion, some of the most fascinating topics. Um, probably even more so, some of the most relevant topics or things to be talked about or discussed um, in our lifetime. We may be closer to understanding, understanding what these things really mean, where they come from, who made them, how do they tie into the world as a whole? Is there any specific significance with the regions that they were made in? Do the individuals around hold some type of, like we're getting close to some actual answers here. And for those who are here for it, shit, we here for it. But this has been another episode of allegedly Demetria. And don't forget to leave your comments. And then that's the way we like it.